It's called as perception and attitude. And you may smile, perception and attitude, what is so special about this? Perception is defined as a continuous process by which an individual receives inputs from the environment through his or her five senses and the discriminatory power of the mind. Note the point. Discriminatory power of the mind, okay, plus the five senses. That's where I said the dissection part comes. So, receiving inputs from the environment through the five senses and using the discriminatory power of the mind, the individual gives meaning to the input. Hello viewers, I am Prof VKJ, VijayKumar Jayaram with you. Thank you for subscribing to Hope 18, our channel, where I'm going to come out with basic terminologies for not only management and management experiences, but also on the other side of spirituality and yoga. Now, for today, we are going to deal with a few key terms in management. And let me take this video with two key terminologies. It's called as perception and attitude. And you may smile, perception and attitude, what is so special about this? Well, my friends, yes, there is a speciality because management by itself is another language. You need to be a boss baby if you really want to come up the corporate ladder. So now, how do we define perception? Okay, I mean, it's a term that we always use, and you might have heard, how you perceive versus how you choose to perceive will obviously have different outcomes. But all that is what you might say is management gyan. But let's get into facts. You need to do a little bit of dissection. Dissection is good in one way or the other. Now, I will go with a definition by Ricky W Griffin given in his book Management. And I have seen a lot of definitions, but somehow I felt that this definition was all incomprehensive, and it's good. So I have slightly modified it, to make it a little bit more better for you. So full credits only to the author and the other management thinkers, contemporary as well as our predecessors. Now, perception, they define, yes, of course, they draw their definitions from the field of psychology, but perception is defined as a continuous process by which an individual receives inputs from the environment through his or her five senses and the discriminatory power of the mind. Note the point. Discriminatory power of the mind, okay, plus the five senses. That's where I said the dissection part comes. So, receiving inputs from the environment through the five senses and using the discriminatory power of the mind, the individual gives meaning to the input. Now, this entire process is perception. Well, whenever you use the word perception, if you had been using, did you know this full concept? That there are five senses involved, that there is an intelligence or the discriminatory power. We hardly, but we just go on. So that is where in management, you need to put a speed breaker. You need to pause. So that is why I took this fundamental definition. It's very important for students and for business executives that you know what is happening. So an executive or a manager, a leader, you perceive, that means you should be aware of your sense perceptions. All the five. What are they? Your eyes, ears, nose. Yes, definitely your tongue. It's just not the taste. Taste also matters. You might think, what does taste got to do? No, this is where, I differ from the dichotomous thought processes. People say, what has business got to do with your taste? My friends, definitely a lot is there. If you didn't have a good breakfast, you had a stale breakfast, your taste was not good. If your taste is not good, it simply means your physical health is not good. If your physical health is not good, are you going to think sharply? You tell me. Right? So, everything, the five senses have to be at peak performance, plus your discriminatory power. That means what is right, wrong, what is red and black. The discriminatory power, yes, that all put together gives meaning to the inputs that you receive from the environment. And now this is called as the perceptual process, or this is your perception. The next word, the next terminology is attitude. Very important. Now many say, what is attitude? No, you don't show me an attitude, don't show this. Now Ricky W Griffin, he defines attitude as the predisposition of an individual. Repeat. Predisposition of an individual. What do we mean by predisposition? The already made up mind. The mind has already been made up by past experiences or whatever be the case. The predisposition of an individual to act favorably or unfavorably. You note over here, either favorably or unfavorably you act based on your predisposition towards an environment, a subject, a person or a thing. So how do you act towards a subject, towards an environment, towards a person or a thing or towards a process, anything? So that action, that response, is or even a reaction. Okay, here we'll not go into the argument of reflex, reaction and response. We'll see that in another video. But how you act, whether you act favorably, that means you have a positive attitude. If you don't like it, you're unfavorable, that means it's a negative attitude. Now here's the point. You are neither favorable nor unfavorable means there is no attitude. Neutral, being neutral is not an attitude, and this is where many guys, big shots, big people in the market research, you make this big mistake. You are not able to identify the neutrals. And I'll come in another video, I'll tell you how you statistically make a big goof up. And that is why most of your, your findings and other things, you think that the market is going to respond. It doesn't respond because you have made a statistical error, because you could not perceive the favorable, the unfavorable you can perceive, but you could not perceive the neutral ones. The neutral ones can swing anyway. And I'll come in another video, I'll tell about that. So friends, perception and attitude. Now, if you like this video, do give a like. I need likes. I need you to share it, and you need to subscribe too. I'm going to come back with more videos. Share the knowledge. What you get from me, you share. If you have something to share, please put it in the comment. If you have questions, please put it in the comments. And let's make the world a better place. And I'm sure there are a lot of talented people, much more than me, much more than others, but just think about it, let's do something in life. Okay, so don't forget perception and attitude. See you with more videos, and make this a wonderful day. Victory is yours. This is Prof VKJ. I'm signing off. See you in the next video. Bye.